Yo, what is up guys, Ethan here, back with another video, and in today's episode, you're probably wondering why this is the same screen as the Cincinnati thing. Well, I decided to start a new series because Cincinnati, it was way easier than I wanted it to be. So, we got a new coach, his name's Wilson Kings, and I wanted a tougher talent challenge and a technically bigger conference, I would say. So the team I decided to go with is Oregon. Now looking at their team, I was trying to look at the red shirts, but here's the team. We have a big three in Marshall King, Damian Steele, and darn, my controller messed up, my bad. Marshall King, Damian Steele, and Tyson Shields. That is our big three and we have a seniors as a backup, and Dean Barnett and Doug Hollins. So that is our starting lineup. Will not have Barrett in. Here's our schedule. We'll have Neil Sherman as our shooting guard. So looking at our schedule, we are at Texas, home versus Gonzaga, at Arkansas, home versus Dayton, at BYU, at Ohio State, at Duke, home versus Appalachian State, at Nevada, home versus Charlotte. Come on, Ethan, come on. Home versus George Mason, and then we start conference play, home versus UCLA, and we end our season home versus Washington. So that is it for our training. For our backcourt, we're going to have 50% in shooting, 10 in offense, 25 defense, and 15 conditioning, which I think is good for our backcourt players, which is the guards. And our front court, which will, offense is only 5, defense is up to 30. For our front court, 25 shooting, 20 defense, 50 defense, and 5 conditioning. And for our player focus, 75% goes to our starters and 25% goes to our bench. So looking at the best overall is UCLA, and the worst is USC. We are technically the third worst team in the Pac-12. For starters though, the best is Cal, and we are tied with worst with USC. With our bench though, we are third, and bottom is tied with USC and Washington State. Our coach, we're in the middle of the pack, and the worst is Oregon. Geez, that's an F. Maybe we should have went there. So looking at the bottom, that is like what they are doing for the competitive. I'm gonna go back up and go individually. Eric Coleman is a freshman to keep an eye on. Marquee freshman Garth Brock should have a lot of minutes early in the season. Brian Edwards, Bob Patterson, their coach has issues. That's all they have. The coach is a master of making halftime adjustments. Stanford, their coach is always competitive and ready to play. T.Y. Hinton, not T.Y. Hilton, T.Y. Hinton. And for us, our 5 starters led by Damian Steele are very talented. I want to say it's more towards Marshall Kings. And then USC, LeVar Hilliard is probably the best ever in the league. And bench depth is not there for Washington State. So after play progression, after training, 2 overall by Shields, 4 by Steele, which is insane. Hollins goes +1, and that's basically it, I want to say. And as you look at this team, they're basically the same team as Cincinnati, but a little bit worse in a bigger conference, I would say. And yes, I know Marshall King, it was the Jacksonville head coach when I did that series. It was actually a coincidence. So yeah. Hopefully you don't mind this change. Not Cincinnati, but Oregon. And so far I played 2 games and it's been fantastic. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, and like always, have a good day. Peace out.